Hi gang, welcome back. I'm Marion and this is day 18 of the Costco Wine Adventure Advent Calendar. Today we are heading to Spain. We are going to be trying Luna Brillante. It's from Navarra, Spain, and it's a red blend. Now, this is a blend, and I don't think you can probably see this very well, but it's a blend of Tempranillo, Garnacha, and Merlot. Remember, if you're drinking along, go ahead and scan the QR code. If you're new here, I'll go ahead and drop the link for you into the description so you can follow along with us. All right, so like I said, today we are going to Spain. Specifically, we are going to a grape growing region called Navarra. Now, Navarra is just north of Rioja. It's an area that has the Bay of Biscay to the north. It has the Mediterranean Sea to the east, and then it has the Pyrenees Mountains and the Orobo River. Now, all of these conditions create a beautiful and fantastic growing region that has a Mediterranean climate. And we've talked about this before, that Mediterranean climate, nice warm days, long growing season, long autumn, perfect for grape growing. Now, the first records of winemaking in the area come from the ancient Roman times. What's interesting is there's actually a prehistoric type of vine that's been found growing in that region that they thought was completely extinct. I'm gonna go ahead and post it into the description. I'll try to pronounce it for you, but it's Vitis sylvestris, and it's basically a wild ancestor to the grapes that we drink today. Those are called Vitis vinifera. Now, those are the noble grapes, if you've never heard of them. Now, the noble grapes, it's a lot of argument, but it's generally accepted that there's 7 of them. The 3 white are Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling. The 4 reds are Cab Sauv, Pinot Noir, Merlot, and Syrah. But basically what it means for a noble grape is it's traditionally associated with the highest quality of grapes that make wines. I guess that's those 7. Now, noble grapes are said to retain their character no matter where they're planted in the world. I didn't know that. I actually had to do a little bit of research into it today. So if you know anything else about noble grapes, let me know in the comments. All right, so a little bit of history for you, a little bit of education on noble grapes. So let's go ahead and jump in now. Let's go ahead and pour ourselves some wine. So this has a beautiful color on it. See here, a beautiful color. All right, let's give her a spin, get her open up. Now, I've been telling you guys the past couple of videos, the reasons why we swirl is we really want to get oxygen molecules in there. And what happens is it breaks open the molecular structure of the wine. Once it does that, it releases the aromas, it releases flavor. It's been locked up in a bottle for about a year. It needs to breathe just a little bit. Okay, let's give her a whiff. I'm getting a lot of tobacco and spice on the nose. Almost some like earthy mushroom as well. A little bit of berry. Let's give it a taste. Remember to swish. Very tart. Lots of cherry and berry flavors. It's a very young wine. You can definitely tell on the palate. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's everything that it could be. So lots of tart berry flavors are at the front. It's semi-dry. Like I said, it's very young. A little bit of red licorice continuing on the palate, and medium acidity. Now, remember when we talked about acidity, it's that gushy, mouth-watering sensation you get from underneath your palate. There's not a whole lot of that. This also doesn't have a very long finishing, like a long finish on it. It just kind of, woo! I love the label, but I don't love the wine. That's just me. Remember, all of our wine tastes are ours individually. The way that we smell, the way that we taste, the way that we perceive things. It's like your fingerprints. Everybody is different. So this is a table wine. If this was served to me at a restaurant for a good price at a table wine, I wouldn't be mad. That's what you expect of just red blend table wines. Now, to serve this, if you wanted to serve it with cheese, I would go with Manchego or like a Monterey Jack. You could do a sirloin steak with this. You could do ratatouille, kebabs. I'm definitely thinking a lot of vegetables. It will stand up very nicely with your squash, your peppers, your green beans. I would definitely serve this with veggies. If you're doing a vegetarian meal, this would be perfect with it. So guys, I don't want to tell you I hate it. I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. Once again, if you do look at the label on the back, and I'll try to get as close as I can, on the back right there, it says 2020. So that's the year that it was harvested. For this type of red wine, I would let it sit for the next 2 to 5 years. Also, it hasn't had a whole lot of time to sit in the barrel either. So it's not gonna get a lot of those oaky flavors. And it's not gonna be this big, bad red. So like I said, I think I could lay down for another 2 years and it would probably come out being a wonderful red wine. Right now, she's just very young and full of pucker power. All right, gang, so that is day 18. Let's go ahead and pop out the Advent piece for that. Now, guys, I'm looking at this piece and my mind is going to a dirty place, kind of. Or not a dirty place, how about a childish place? It's a little bunny, but this bunny looks like he's trying to take a poo. So gang, that is day 18. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait to see you all tomorrow. Until then, cheers and ciao.